This video is a lesson in thinking, which is something I never done. Trying to be too clever, too quick, basically without really considering what the problem was. I run the mill for about 2 hours using the power feed and everything was going spiffing, I think is a good word for this. And then all of a sudden, I lost drive and I couldn't figure out why. So I popped the cover off, as in, like that, and the magnet was hot. And of course, when something electrical gets hot, the resistance drops, and when the resistance drops, the current drops, and when the current drops, the magnetic field dropped and it stopped working. So, due to the overheat problem, what I've had to do is basically think about a way of putting one of these in. It's not ideal, but it's a way of doing it. So I've had to do a little bit of creative design on Tinkercad, which I'll show you now. By the way, another project which I'll show you in the future is these bipods. It's something I started making a long time ago. That's the first one I ever made, and that's on the front of one of my rifles. But that's another video for another day. So if I just open up my program, that's what I've designed. The basic idea is the fan will mount on the outside there. It'll blow air up around the perimeter of the magnet. It'll come back down and then blow back out to the bottom there. So if I just do a little bit of a turnaround, you can see how it's actually been designed. This is the back face which will fit up against the mill. And if I roll it over, you'll actually see the shape and the finished orientation there. And that's how it's going to look on the mill. So obviously the magnet's in this position and the fan's in this position. So I'm going to download it now to an STL file, pop it into the printer, and we'll go from there. So if none of you have ever seen a 3D printer, this is one in action. And at this moment in time I'm printing the first layer of the fan cowl, which should hopefully help improve the performance of the magnet. So here we have the part off the printer, and as I showed you, inverted, it fits around that way, and then the little fan sits on there, and it either draws air through the fan and out, or it blows air around the outside and then exits through that side. So let's take this across via means of rolling to the milling machine. And I have very cleverly taken the belt off this time, so I don't look like an arse. That fits on there, and then as you can see, it probably wouldn't stay there, but you can see the concept behind it. And that, well, it should keep the magnet nice and cool. So it's all fitted on the side of the mill, temporary wired, Heath Robinson style, but of course we're in Wales, so it's his cousin, so it's Di Robinson. And this is where I realised that I need to change my name to Mr. Stupid, because I haven't thought this out. Overheating. I thought it was because there's no natural airflow over the front of the coil like you get in a car. So, alright, I'll do it now. I'll turn the power on. Magnet engages. Fan runs. And we got a lovely little breeze coming out of it, which obviously you can't feel because you haven't got field of vision, if you like. Do you remember right at the beginning of this project, I said that when I got it working, I wasn't happy because when I turned the drive off, the magnet stayed on. Numpty here was running the mill for 2 hours and he never turned the magnet off once. That's why the reason it got hot. So if I'd cycled the magnet on and off with the power feed, I don't think I'd had a problem. And I did say that I was planning on getting some relays, which I've done, and they cost me £4. So this project might have been just in vain. I always live by the expression, all things being equal, the simplest solution is the best, which is Occam's razor, or in the British Army, it's KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Missed out on that one, didn't I? So to finish on a positive note, I've got some stickers. And the first sticker I received is from Jim, of Jim's Workshop. He's got a lovely little workshop. The machines and equipment he got is pristine. And he's a clever bloke. In his last video, I think he made an adapter so he could use accessories from one machine to another. Really, really impressive. And obviously somebody who thinks about what he's doing before he does it. Another hint I'm going to have to take there. And the second sticker I got was off Ollie of Ollie's Workshops. I've only just found Ollie, or he's only just found me. Really interesting guy. Done some really nice work on his lathe and milling machine. I'm looking forward to seeing more videos from him in the future. He's got talent, this boy. He has got talent. So I'll get those on the boards, and that's where we finish. There you go, pride of place on the board. Right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all soon.